Hey guys, what is going on? Sleeping Knight 77, aka Kyle, and welcome to my trick room. This week is my week 5 battle against UnderTheRadar, aka Kelly, and the Maryland Torterrapins. Now, as you probably saw in the team builder, we're bringing a kind of weird team. We are bringing Spiritomb, who we did pick up this week. I do apologize. I do want to apologize in advance, by the way, if I don't sound as excited or enthused during this match. Same with the team builder. I don't know if I mentioned it last week in my video, but I got my wisdom teeth out. I'm recording this a week after I got my wisdom teeth out. So if I do sound a little less enthused than normal, I'm trying to maintain the pain in my mouth to a relatively reasonable state. So, again, if I don't sound as excited or enthused, then that's completely fine. I do apologize. Hopefully that will be back in the coming weeks. But we are facing Kelly UnderTheRadar, who has a very scary team, very scary sand team. He's a very good battler. I have problems with weather teams when I don't have weather myself. Obviously in week 2 you saw that against Crimson, where I couldn't maintain the rain, or I prepared too much for the rain, and it ended up biting me in the butt. So we have the sand team going on with UnderTheRadar here. He's got the Thundy T, Excadrill Gigalith, so Sand Rush Excadrill with Sandstream Gigalith, Cough Egregious, who I was very scared was coming because it is very defensive and very tough to take down, Mega Sceptile, who I kind of knew was coming, and Mantine as well. Of course, you know our team: Ferroseed, Tapu Fini, Necrozma, Staraptor, Mega Heracross, and Spiritomb. Now, without any further ado, we're going to hop right into the battle, and he leads with Thundy T, which honestly I should have predicted. I led with Ferroseed. I didn't know what exactly he wanted to do here. We did actually DC 3 times, like within like the first 3 turns, so these 3 turns are actually just like recreation turns, even though you're gonna see that nothing really happened in that case. So he leads off with Thundy. He's going to Volt Switch. I should have predicted the Volt Switch here, and instead of going for Stealth Rocks, what I should have done was Thunderwaved, but I was scared of HP Fire on the Thundurus, so I just wanted to get my Stealth Rocks up. I felt I had other stuff to deal with the Thundurus, so I just wanted to get my Stealth Rocks up. He didn't seem to have a Rapid Spinner that wasn't named Excadrill, so if he spun with Excadrill, that's completely fine. At least Excadrill's in. So he goes into Mega Sceptile, he Megas up and goes for Dragon Pulse, which is going to put me in range for HP Fire, which I didn't know at the time, as he is going to go for HP Fire here and take me out. I went for another Gyro Ball here. I thought I could live 2. I just wanted to do damage to the Sceptile. So we're going to go into Spiritomb here, who is very defensive with a calm mindset. Of course, no special defense investment, and you're going to see that this Dragon Pulse does half, and I was hoping that it did less. It does a little bit more than half. I'm going to Calm Mind, and yeah, so I was kind of hoping that it did a little bit less, so that way I could Calm Mind, scare him out, maybe into Gigalith or Mantine or Cough Egregious, notably, but he's going to go over the half. But what this is going to allow me to do is get a free turn, because he is -2 now, and he does not want to keep a -2 Sceptile in on anything. So he is going to, he's going to kill Spiritomb here, and I'm going to go into Necrozma. He is obviously going to withdraw. He sees Necrozma, and he obviously predicts special. It's special Necrozma. It's always special Necrozma. Why wouldn't it be Why wouldn't it be special Necrozma? Sandstorm kicks up. He goes into Gigalith. Gigalith has insane special defense in the sand, obviously getting that special defense buff with the rock typing. So I just go for a Rock Polish here, and I go for another one here because I know that I need 2 to outspeed Excadrill, and he goes for Stealth Rocks here. I predicted that Stealth Rock perfectly. I wasn't trying to get greedy. I just knew that I could set up again because he predicted me to switch out because he sees a special defensive wall in front of him, and so obviously why would I set up more? Then I go for the Swords Dance, and there's the Rock Slide miss, and there's the one piece of hacks that is going to allow me to get to the setup that I needed, that I mentioned in the team builder. And it's going to allow me to set up another Swords Dance and get to +4/+4. And he sends in Steve Irwin here, which is his Mantine, which was an interesting play to me at the time, and then I realized that he was going to try and burn me. So I was like, okay, I need to take this thing out. I'm just going to go for Psycho Cut. Psycho Cut should easily take this thing out, and it does. So we get one Pokemon back. We're still down 5-4, but we're in a very good position. I knew he was going into Cofagrigus here, so he does send in the Cofagrigus, and it is going to, I didn't know what this thing wanted to do to me. I don't know if it's going to burn me. I don't know if it's going to Shadow Ball me. Shadow Ball would have been terrifying. Had I crit there, actually, I would have killed, proving that he was a little bit more specially defensive than defensive, because I believe at +4 defensive, Cofagrigus only took like 58%, and that did a lot more than 58%, and he's going to protect here. So he's going to stall Sand Turns, and so he was obviously a Willow/Toxic Hex, Willow/Toxic Hex Protect set to try and wear down the opponent that it Toxic/Burned. So he's going to go back into Rock Spooter here, which I didn't agree with, and I still don't agree with, because anything else he sends in dies, and the Sandstorm subsides here, and he gets to send back in Gigalith for free. But in the scheme of things, I don't know what exactly his mindset was there. But he's going to take the damage with the Gigalith, and then switch out to Sceptile to just let it die, as everything else probably would have at this point. Gigalith does not die to rocks, and does get the Sandstream back up, and he is going to let Gigalith go down here. Now at this point, I know I'm taking 10 damage from every Sandstorm. I know that Cofagrigus is going to die next turn anyway, whether it protects or whether it's a Psycho Cut. And I was actually kind of hoping it would die to rocks here, but it didn't. It lived on like 3. So it protects, so I don't get the 6-0 with I don't get 6 kills with Necrozma, as it is going to die to its own sand. But I'm doing the math here, and obviously I don't take the last turn of a Pokemon getting killed. I'm at 19 here, and he sends in Dentist. I need to go for the Z move here. I need to go for Fighting him Z, in case he switches in Thundurus. Because even at +4, Brick Break does not kill. So I have to go for the Z move here, and obviously it's going to wipe the floor with Excadrill, but I wanted to wipe the floor with Thundurus too. So that's why I went for the Z move here. It wasn't anything out of disrespect, or I wanted to show off what Z move I had. It was more so the fact that I was playing for differential, and I needed to Z move there in order to maintain the differential that I had. And obviously with the rocks, it's going to take 25% with the Thundy, and Psycho Cut is going to easily take out the Thundurus, and we do get a 4-0 victory over Kelly. Now, over time, this battle has had some time to set in, obviously. I liked this battle, obviously. I won 4-0, and I know that Kelly has been under a lot of duress from work and whatnot. So I know that he probably didn't plan his best, and that's nothing against Kelly, that's just the conditions that we were under at the time. But everything comes back to that rock slide miss for me, because had that rock slide hit, it obviously has a chance to crit. It obviously does more damage than 0, and people who I've talked to after who have seen the match, they've said, you still would have gotten 3 kills with it, you still would have been at it. No, because if he holds on to Gigalith and Excadrill, that core can still rip through me. Even though I have Tapu Fini, that core can still do a lot of damage to me. No matter what's left. If he holds on to Thundy, if he holds on to Excadrill, if he holds on to Gigalith, if he holds on to those three Pokemon do a lot of damage to me. So had that rock slide hit, it obviously would have done more than 0. It would have it would have put my Necrozma obviously on a little bit more of a timer than it already was. So all in all, I still think that entire match comes down to that rock slide miss, and maybe that's just my own pettiness, looking back on it, because I got the 4-0. But all in all, it's a match that I'm happy I won. But again, I'm disappointed in the way that it happened, because this is now 3 weeks in a row where I believe someone's gonna say, hey, that miss mattered. Hey, and I think this is the first time where I'm like, yeah, that miss mattered, where everyone's telling me no, it didn't. Where week 3, that Stone Edge miss, again, in retrospect, probably didn't matter because I had Xurkitree set up in the back. It would have one-shot everything after the electric terrain. The Superior miss last week didn't matter because I already had Necrozma set up. At the point that we were at, that miss did not matter because I would have gone into Scarf Kyurem and clicked Earth Power on the Heliolisk. This is the only one so far that I believe has mattered. So again, maybe it's my own pettiness looking back on it, but please go sub to Kelly, guys. As you guys may have heard, Kelly has stepped down from his coaching role in the P4G for the remainder of the season due to his stressful work conditions. And honestly, I do wish him the best. He is one of the best guys in the league. He's one of the best guys to talk to in the community. I always enjoy talking to him. I've never had a bad experience talking to Kelly. So please, if you are not subbed to Under the Radar, please go over to his channel and do that. Please go support him. Thank him on Twitter for being who he is, just being an all-around genuine good guy. Again, I've never had a bad experience with Kelly, so please go support him. His links will be in the description down below, as well as all the other P4G coaches. And on the same token, like I said, he stepped down. Regulator's link will also be in the description down below, as he is the team that is taking over for Kelly. So his link will be in the description down below. Please go and welcome him into the league. But your Montreal 2 Canadiens are now 4-1, and we move on to face King Bub and the Munchlaxter United next week, and that is again going to be a very difficult matchup, as he does have a very scary team, and he is Mega Medicham, so that's a Pokemon that can rip through any team, no matter what the composition is. So look forward to next week. I'm looking forward to next week. I have a very tough schedule ahead, but we gotta focus on Bub, and hopefully we will move to 5-1 with 2 games remaining before the bye week. Until next time, guys, I am Sleeping Knight 77, and I am going to go to sleep. Good night.